Hi everybody, it's Diana. I'm here with this week's Teach Me Tuesdays video, and today I'm going to show you how to make some cute donut glaze using the fine tip glue pen. The stamp set that I'm going to be using is one of my favorite. I guess I say that a lot when I talk about stamp sets. I figure if I own it, it's my favorite, right? But this one is so fun because you can color it, which you know I love to do, and it's actually retiring. So I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I do this as a business. So usually when things retire, I do end up getting rid of them. But this one is a keeper. I'm going to put this on my shelf and I will use it for years to come. So if you like the card that I'm showing today, you want to make sure you grab this set as soon as possible before they're gone for good. So what I'm going to use today to make my card is some mint macaron cardstock for the base. Then I'm going to put a little layer of the mint macaron as well on here. Sometimes I like to do that. It just adds a little, you can almost see like a shadow. I'm also using some of the Best Dressed DSP. This is also retiring, and this is awesome because it has the colors I'm using on my card, and it's also got the color for the cardstock. Then I'm going to use some Highland Heather cardstock, and then the cute little stack of donuts. I put on some Whisper White Thick. So I'm going to color them with the blends, of course, right? My favorite thing to use. And I'm just going to start coloring. So I'm going to use the light gray granite and put a little bit of a shadow around my image. So it's sitting on a table. I'll put a little bit under here. Just the odd little line, not a whole bunch. And I always do this first. It's not as important necessarily with the blends, because when you color them, they're not going to be super, what am I going to try to say the word? It won't bleed out. Like if I was watercoloring and I brushed up against the color while I'm watercoloring, it can bleed out into the color. The blends aren't as bad, but I still just, from all my years, I just keep doing it. So an old dog and tricks, right? Then let me zoom a little bit. I hope I don't mess with it too much. All right. Always when I look back on it, it always looks a little different when I redo, like watching it, do the editing. So all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color my glass, my plate or whatever. So I want to kind of give it, I'm going to use the mint macaron, and I want to give it the look of, oh, like an old glass. I'm sure it had a name to it that you would find like in your granny's cupboard or whatever. So that's what I want to. Would it be called sea glass? You know, I really don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I want to get the look of like an old glass stand. So I'm putting some of the dark on there first. And then I'm going to get the light and fill it in. So I'm just going to take my light and fill it in. I'm going to flip it around and use the brush side, just to go a little faster for the video. And then I'm just going to wiggle it around where it touches the dark, because I don't want to totally go over the dark and lighten it. I just want to soften the line just a tad. So I will barely touch the dark just to blend it out a little bit. And then as that dries, it will change. Okay, so now let's color the cute little donuts. So I'm going to use the soft suede because I'm making my donuts chocolate. And I'm going to color around up underneath the icing. because the icing would hang over that donut and make it be a little darker, just a little bit. And I always tell people, if you aren't sure where to put your shadow lines, set something on your desk and put a light source on it, you know, a table lamp or whatever, and then just look at how the light plays on the item. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go and get a stack of donuts. Anything will work. It's just for reference. So if you want to get donuts, go right ahead. All right, so see, I've just put that dark underneath there. Then I'm going to take my light suede and fill it in. So again, I'm going to just brush up a little bit where that lighter or that dark is. I don't want to lighten it too much. I just want to not have too strong of a line for the dark. And I'm probably going to jinx myself if I say this. I'm hoping my battery lasts for the video, because I usually check before I start. I'll take a little photo, and then that usually pops the battery life up on my camera, and I forgot today. So we're just going to hope that it lasts. I have to go pick up groceries later, and I have batteries on my list. So I was going to do a Facebook Live, but when I have to go pick up my groceries, it's actually at 3 o'clock, and that's when my live goes. So I will just do this video with my camera and upload it at 3. So, but I will go back to doing some more lives as well. Okay, sometimes it's just easier if I make a boo-boo, I can fix it. But alright, so I'm just going to finish any little marks. Okay, so there's my cute donuts. And now I'm going to color the icing. So to do the icing, I am using the Petal Pink, because that is also in the DSP. So if you aren't sure what colors to use, I always look at the DSP and pull from there. So the same thing as I did with the donuts. Oop, I went out of the line a little bit there. I'm going up on the top with the dark. Did I bring my color lift over here? I'll have to go get it. And then on the bottom, I'm putting the light, just to lighten it up, to fill it in. I love the Petal Pink. It's one of my go-to colors for sure. But sometimes I want it a little bit darker, and it is a soft color. So I love mixing Flirty Flamingo Light with the Petal Pink. So I'm going to take the light Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to add a little bit just up where that donut touches the other one. It's stacked on top because it would have a little bit of a shadow, right? Because that donut is on top of it. But that just adds a little darker color to my donuts. It makes them just a little richer. Okay, so then I'm going to do, you know what? I totally was going to do some purple ones. Here, let me show you the one. I did it. I did purple with this other one. All right, so this card, they're going to be all the way pink. But I'm going to see, because I am too far in my video to start over. I only start over if I boo-boo at the beginning. So I'm going to go right over top with my Highland Heather, because it's darker, so it's not going to hurt it. So I'm taking my dark Highland Heather. It actually looks kind of cool with the undertone of the Petal Pink. I'm going to leave those two pink ones. All right. Then my light to fill it in. It actually looks kind of cool with that undertone of the petals. So there are no mistakes in stamping, only design changes, I always tell my people. So that goes for videos too. Ha ha ha. Okay, so see? Totally cool. All right. Just a little bit of the dark. I love the blends because you can just keep adding. And just stay away from the lines because sometimes it will go out if you add too much. Okay, so then I want to do my candles. My candles are going to be lovely lipstick. And this color is retiring. So you want to make sure you grab that. And then I'm going to do my mango as my candles. I love it. All right, now this is the fun part. Now we're going to add the donut glaze. And to get the donut glaze, it's just the fine tip glue pen. Unscrew it, and then you have this little needle thing that goes inside. Come on, oh, I didn't unscrew it all the way. It goes inside the thingy. Hang on a minute. I need to get a different glue pen. Hold on a second. Okay, I had to go get a different glue pen. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fine tip glue. I'm going to give it a little squeeze. And what I'm doing is I'm painting or like coloring. Get the bubble away. You don't want any bubbles, so you don't want to shake it. This is like we had Crystal Effects, but it's just thinner, so it works the same way. So what I'm doing is I am painting over with the fine tip glue, and then I just kind of crook my head a little bit so that I can see that I'm hitting every spot. So I'm coloring it, coloring it. So then I will coat every donut with the glue. So let me go to the finished one. Because then what you want to do is you want to let it dry. Because it does take a little bit to dry. So usually I get them all done. I set them on the other table. And then I finish my card. So while that's drying, I would finish my card. So I have my DSP. Super, super cute. And I'm going to attach that to my mint macaron piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to attach this with some glue dots. That's going to actually add even more of that shadow, the little bit of how it pops off its own color. Let me zoom back out a little bit. I forgot to zoom after I zoomed in. Sorry about that. All right, fold my card. Then I'm going to stick that on there. All right. Then this is where I would have my cupcakes after they are dry. And you can go like crooked. Sometimes I like to go at an angle, and that looks really cool. So it would be at an angle like that. I also am using the greeting that says happy birthday, and I'm just using a scrap of the Whisper White, and I love any greeting that will fit in. I think I need to zoom out some more. All right, that will fit in the classic label punch, which is this one here. I love any greeting that's small enough to go in there because it is so easy just to stick that in there, pop it out. I have my nice little greeting ready to go. I also put a piece of the mint macaron ribbon. So let me go back to, I'm going to put my lid on my memento pad because I'm afraid I'm going to lay something in there. All right, so this is what I did to finish the card. So you can see how cute that glaze is on the donuts, right? I love it. And here's my little saying. I looped just a little piece of the mint macaron ribbon just to add some more dimension to it. Then when you open it, I also stamped in mint macaron, the mint macarons, the marrons or whatever they're called, inside, and then I put the greeting. And what would be really cute on the back is a little donut, I think, because it just has some such fun little, this set just has some fun little things with it, like the streamers, and I just love it. So hopefully you will give this a try and just let it dry really good. It doesn't take too long, but just give it a touch, and if it stops being tacky, you know you're good. But so hopefully you will try to do a stack of these donuts, put some glaze on it. It is a fat-free glaze. Make sure you pop over to my blog, say hi, let me know what you want to see next Tuesday or any other time, and have a super great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.